Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. This article is from thegrio.com. Check them out. Black teen attack at a country music festival after argument over Confederate battle flag. And when black folks occupy seemingly white spaces in this age of Donald Trump, we must be mindful that some ish might pop off due to their discomfort of melanated people. One 18-year-old black male learned that the hard way while attending the Willamette County Music Festival in Brownsville, Oregon, and it cost him a trip to the hospital. According to the Sacramento Bee, when the teen spotted a Ford pickup truck waving a large Confederate flag, he yelled at the occupants who stopped the vehicle, and officials say one male got out and he and the two began yelling at each other. Things escalated to the point that the Confederate sympathizer hit the young man several times and then drove away. The publication noted that the teen was found by friends wandering the ground, and they called police, who searched for the truck and the three occupants described as either in their late teens or early 20s, but to no available. The suspect that assaulted the teen reportedly had dark hair and was wearing blue jeans, a black muscle shirt with the side cut, brown boots, and a brown cowboy hat. According to law officials, the victim was transported to a local hospital where he was treated for his non-life-threatening injuries. Linn County Lieutenant Michelle Duncan told the Salem Statesman Journal the alleged assailant could be charged with a hate crime. We're going to investigate that portion of it as well, she told the paper. Until we do more interviewing, I can't say whether it will be or not. Festival director Ann Hankin condemned the act and said she was working closely with authorities on the investigation. We don't condone any of acts of violence on site in any way, shape, or form, Hankin told the Statesman Journal. We are working hand in hand with the Sheriff's Department to help identify who these individuals are. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's been another racial attack in Oregon, all because of the Confederate flag. And this is basically goes to show that during the era of Donald Trump, incidents like this is going to continue to happen. Luckily, he's probably had some. Luckily, this 18-year-old black male suffered from bumps and bruises, but I'm glad he's okay at the end of the day. It could have got worse. But this is really a serious thing. Obviously, what you're looking at is another case of another racial attack. Now, some people from the right and some people from the other side will say, well, if he shouldn't have said anything about the Confederate flag, none of this would ever happen. Well, my point is that no matter how you felt about this, really, he shouldn't have been assaulted. I'm just saying he shouldn't have been assaulted. And I think that the problem is that with this generation and in 2018, and, the whole world is watching what America is doing. I'm letting you know that. The whole entire world seeing what we're doing. And you cannot hide stuff like that. So, and then whether or not a black man, and then some might say, well, he shouldn't be at the country music festival in the first place, knowing where they are. People could say that a white person can be at a hip-hop concert or hip-hop festival or stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you cannot really doing confrontation with a Confederate flag. The Confederate flag, we already know, people will say it's about the Civil War. It's about these Confederate guys, honoring them. But the same flag also is hurtful to African Americans because of the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacists and white nationalists using that flag to represent hate as well. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we got to think smarter than that. We got to think better than that. Obviously, again, it could have been worse. he could have been really been, really been paralyzed or worse. Because we already know what it's like, and in the generation in the Trump era, you got stuff like this is happening, and we and ourselves have to understand that we gotta watch our P's and Q's, watch our own backs. So at the end of the day, guys, it's really, I'm glad he's okay, but it could have been worse than this. Believe that. It could have been worse, and we have to think smarter, and we have to basically, knowing that that's their turf. People have the right to go wherever they want to go, what concerts you're going to go to, but he has to understand that you go to those places, you got to expect stuff like this. I'm just saying. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this article. Share this video. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Subscribe my reaction channel, and subscribe my Black Junction channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lion's Den signing off. Deuces.